91-year-old Pi Shi wanted to show us the process, which has left her with no feeling in her feet. From the age of 7, she would have to do this every day or face a beating from her parents.
It was very sore.
The tendon in the arch of her foot and the bones in her toes are broken. Like all girls at that time, she was told she'd never marry if she didn't have small feet. Foot binding dates back to the 10th century in China, when tiny feet were deemed a sign of refinement and beauty. The shape of a bound foot was said to resemble a lotus flower, and the most desirable of brides would possess a 3-inch foot known as a golden lotus. Liu Su says she cried all day when she got it done, and the memory is still upsetting. She has kept 2 pairs of shoes. These were actually too big for her. The 94-year-old's feet are badly deformed. Her daughter talked us through the binding process of breaking each toe, apart from the big toe, and wrapping them tightly under the sole of the foot to create a single point. It has caused her mother a lifetime of pain. By the beginning of the 19th century, almost all women in China had their feet bound. And although it was initially most prevalent in the upper classes, it is in the countryside where it became most widespread. In rural villages like this, foot binding continued right up into the 1950s. It wasn't until that point that the government enforced a law banning what it then deemed was a backward practice. Pi Shi was pleased to see the practice eradicated and is envious of the freedom enjoyed by young women today.
开放了多好，也能跑快，也能耍嘞。你这有啥？那没人不管，那人没人不干，那样挨打，社会不挨打不受气了。
There are now very few women still alive to share their stories of a beautifying regime with such scarring consequences. Debbie Edward, News at 10, Henan Province.